Yo, people, lateness is greatness. Welcome back into the cut. You already know what time it is. It's time for another episode of Oil Boys. Monstar is going to be coming in here in just a second as well. My goodness, the amount of spam in this chat. People, mods, get onto these people. I don't know what. Maybe they're just getting out of the way early today with their emails. So let's get them blocked up. And yeah, I'm gonna be putting in slow mode. We're just gonna figure out where to find it on YouTube. It's like they try and hide slow mode away from us. Like they don't want us to find the button to actually help us make these streams a lot more fluid. But Saj, before we move on, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
I would say I can't complain, but I'd be lying because I'm not gonna lie. We didn't get fully screwed in that draw. But boy, is it a lot harder than I wish it could be. I won't lie. But yeah, I mean, life.
You want to start with the draw, yeah?
I want to start with everything, bruv, because there's some news that is very disappointing with one French defender. If it's true, God willing, it's not. There's many things we can go with. But yeah, of course we're gonna have to go with the draw. That's the big thing.
Okay, well let's start with the Champions League draw because I didn't obviously do a live here, so I haven't given my thoughts on it. People, I was on another site with Goal and Coach Cam's doing that, which was fun. But obviously, I got to see who we got. I saw the whole draw. I saw us from a Chelsea perspective. I really cannot complain. Monstar is going to be in here in a bit for the people in the chat that have just arrived. I cannot complain in terms of the draw whatsoever for us because when you get Juventus. Who are not the same Juventus they were a couple years ago as well. Obviously, Allegri's gone back in. They're not. They have dropped
Allegri is.
I know he's a big component. He is. If it was Pirlo, this would be a wrap. But because Allegri's gone back in there, we don't know who Juventus are going to have up front because it looks like a certain Cristiano Ronaldo is going to be moving on. So that's another point we're going to get
just
to
moving on.
Well.
He's not just moving on. He's moving on up.
Moving on up.
Started
from the bottom, now we're here. Is that where you're going to roll with?
to the north side, from London it's the north side, but anyway.
Yeah. So I think in terms of look for pot 2, it could have been worse. We could have got PSG like you, so that would have been catastrophic.
Do you know what I was praying for? In group pot C or the third pot, yeah, I was praying that you got Atlanta. That would have made your job so much harder. And I was like, do you know what? Yeah. I knew it, yeah. I knew it, bro. I was like, we're gonna get either Atlanta or we're gonna get Leipzig, and that makes the job so much harder. You should be celebrating. This is a nice group for you.
It's a good group, it's a good group. Obviously, Malmo's in there as well. I think we played Malmo in the Europa League run-up when we won that competition at some point as well. I definitely remember playing Malmo. So I really can't complain from this group point of view. And who was the third team that we ended up getting? They've literally passed my mind there in terms of that third team. Let me get the groups up actually. But for us, I really, like I said, I can't complain at all. I think we've been blessed, and now we've got to take advantage and make sure that we win that group. Even though winning the group last time did get us a Atletico Madrid, so who's to say that that's even the best route to even go these days? But
let me ask something because I'm slightly confused because we got PSG.
Zenit, that's it, yeah. Zenit. And that's not easy because that's a trip to Russia. So you already know going to Zenit all the way out there in Russia, you may as well just forfeit 2 points in the Prem when you come home because you're going to be jaded. This is where Chelsea's massive squad comes into play because I don't know who we've got in that October, November period or when we play Zenit, September. But that away trip to Zenit, whoever we play in the Premier League that weekend, that's going to be a long day. So we're going to need that big squad. And I've seen who Chelsea's second string team is, and it's a strong team. So
they got the added motivation of the finals are going to be in Russia. Remember when Russia hosted the World Cup? Yeah, they went a lot further that year than anyone really thought they would.
No, 100%.
They got to the quarterfinals, I think, and it was they were surprisingly decent. So
Karim says Ronaldo versus Messi El Plastico for the super chat. Much appreciated.
That makes no sense.
He's saying the two clubs are plastic. Maybe, I don't know. There's no real substance to the two clubs. It's just
how is there no substance to the club?
I'm not agreeing. I'm just answering Karim.
Don't rock that because
I'm not rocking it. Oil boys stick together. This is not a divisive platform.
If anybody, Arsenal has shown you can spend money But if you don't spend that money wisely, it don't mean nothing. So don't hit me with, we spent their money and that's that. No, there's a lot more to it. Don't do that.
Someone said it's to Abu Dhabi. That's a good one. I like that. That's not a bad.
That's solid. That's solid.
That's really good. I like that. Well done, Notorious FAT. That's good. Maybe we might have to use that. I'm sure Sky Sports will nick it from you or something. That's really good. Maybe we need to get a PSG fan on here now that it's about to heat up between you two in the group stage. But
it's not though.
How are you feeling though? And because we're gonna get into Ronaldo in a minute, but you got PSG, right? You've seen them. They've got Messi. They got Neymar. I think Mbappe. We don't know where his future is going to be because he seems like as if he's on his way to Real Madrid. But at the same time,
names are more names. That's lovely, but names don't make a team. Like that, and that's all cool. Leipzig scare me more because
Leipzig scare you more than PSG.
Bruv. There's all sorts going on in that camp right now. Nobody knows who's staying, who's going, so we don't really know what's up. Is Kylian again a PSG? If we play PSG and there's no Kylian Mbappe there, that makes our route that makes the game a lot better. It makes if we get Ronaldo, there's a lot of contingencies. There's a lot of if and of buts that we will need to wait until these games are played and the teams are finalized before we see who goes where.
It's true. I think as soon as we see who everybody's going to be facing, then we can make serious judgments. But when the draw was made and PSG came up, I know you had a reaction. So how was you feeling? Because you was in the other room.
It was shocked. Do you know why it was shocked? This year, if anybody watched this live, it was so confusing to how it used to be in the past.
Well, first of all, you didn't even know the live was even on this.
Oh, no, I didn't. I did it until like half an hour before. I was like, raw. It was like 10 minutes before. I was like, raw. They didn't really do a good job of advertising that. Or maybe it's just me and I'm insular. I'm in my own little world and I didn't even realize. But I have to say that it was very confusing how they were drawing stuff. And I was like different from like years and past. And I'm still trying to figure out things and understand how new things work. And I was like, all right, cool. And I didn't know that certain things could play out where certain teams will have to be put into certain groups. And when we got PSG, when it was like, oh, Man City automatically get PSG, I was like, whoa, wait, what? We ain't even gonna shoot some dice for it. We ain't gonna play 21 for it. We ain't gonna.
But why are you trying to play off this? A big up to Monstar has just dropped in as well, my brother. Why are you? I know you did a watch along for the Champions League draw, so I'm sure you got to see this live and direct. Why, Saj, before you come in here, Saj is trying to play off that he's more scared of RB Leipzig than PSG. Why are you trying to play these games?
I'm just saying you don't.
That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're trying to be like, I'm more worried about Leipzig. Why are you trying to be that guy? That edgy guy.
These men will edge. They will rinse me. I'm not more scared. I'm just saying in terms. You were just naming players, and they're great players. They're phenomenal players. But I'm saying let's name the team. Also,
the team has Wijnaldum. The midfield is a bit more balanced as well. You know, it's not like they just signed superstars. They did bring in
losing Mbappe is a big deal. We'll see. Again, there's a lot we'll see. But what I will say is, when I thought we were gonna get AC Milan, that's when I was shitting bricks because then I was like, that's a hard group. Every game's hard. And Leipzig are not just gonna roll over and be like, I know we got third Europa League for us. We're happy to be here. They're gonna want to progress.
Yeah,
they're gonna play with intent to progress.
But when you splash 100, and I don't want to do this but I'm gonna do it. When you splash 100 million on Grealish and you're about to potentially bring in Ronaldo, if that happens, you're expected to beat Leipzig. Do you know what I mean? Like
caveats.
And that's only if you're good at spending the money, like you say you are good at spending it, or are you going to be
without Ronaldo? You're supposed to beat what's it called?
RB Red Bull can.
I'm not saying, but again, to pretend like this thing. I'm just being personal. I'm being like I'm preemptive in this measure here. To act like RB Leipzig are just a walkthrough would be stupid of me. So instead of me just being like, we're gonna again, I've been burnt.
What happened to you? Is this because of the Champions League last year?
I have trauma that I can't just get over like that, you know?
The Champions League last year stung you, my guy. What's going on here?
This year I'm being a little like, you know where you fill the bath with hot water, but you don't want to jump. You don't know if it's hot. You don't even need to add cold water. So I put a toe in. Let's see if it's the right temperature, and then we'll go from there.
And you step out. Football Style here is saying, do you know Sevilla match will be on Saturday? Does this mean Koundé will play or not? I don't expect Koundé to play in that match because I think Zouma should be wrapped up tomorrow. I think West Ham wanted to have that deal done by the weekend, and Chelsea, as soon as the Zouma deal's done, I expect Chelsea to be moving in hours to get Koundé. I think that will be as quick as that. But we'll get on to transfer news afterwards. We'll stick with the Champions League draw for now. Try and leave some comments that are just keeping with flow of the conversation, so it just doesn't patch it up too much. But Monstar, what did you make of the Champions League draw, bro? Because we're looking good.
Yeah, we got an easy draw, man. Obviously, the Man City group is a bit mad. I think the Barcelona, Bayern, and Benfica looks good. But then again,
Liverpool's group is wild. No?
Who did Liverpool get? They got
Atletico, AC,
and
and Porto. Woo!
Yeah, that one looks a bit as
That's
well.
the group
We'll
of death,
see. But Liverpool should still get through, though.
No, I'm not saying they won't
should.
get through, but that's a hard group either way.
Yeah, their group is still very intriguing. But yeah, I mean, what did you make of Chelsea's group, Monstar? Because obviously Juventus, I think last time we played them, Oscar scored that goal, didn't he?
Scored 2, and they knocked us out of them and Shakhtar Donetsk knocked us out in the group stage. Both of them. Yeah. William was on Shakhtar's team that time, and he absolutely ruined us the last time. And Juve, obviously, Conte's Juve destroyed us. But obviously, this Juve is a shadow of that team. We should be topping that group realistically. We're a better team than Juve are, and they're about to lose Ronaldo as well. So we should be destroying that team, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think, does that Zenit trip to Russia worry you? That's the only thing I'd say in this group that's a little bit of a challenge. I want to see how we manage that. Yeah, it's the travel. Yeah,
it's the travel. It's not so much the team; it's more the travel. Teams generally struggle in Russia because it's such a long travel. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember all those years ago, Pep's Barcelona always used to struggle against Rubin Kazan because they always, the travel alone just took a lot out of the players, isn't it? Yeah. We should be able to beat Rubin anyway. I think we had a Russian team in last year.
You had Krasnodar.
Krasnodar, yeah, a Russian team. So we dealt with them, easy. So I believe we should be able to beat Zenit St. Petersburg.
Then Krasnodar gave you a good 15 minutes in both of those games, and then
they did.
I mean, we absolutely slapped them up away from home, and then the home game we was already qualified by that stage. Ken Berry says, "Big up our Chelsea boys. Saj, stop being a Tuchel hater. You're better than that. I think Leipzig and Atlanta's take it to big sides playing pretty regularly. Yeah. They take it to big sides pretty regularly. I thought Leipzig, though, to be fair, and this is why I'm not going to buy into the Leipzig hype too much, because in the Champions League last season, when they came up against Liverpool, they absolutely bent their ass backwards over for them and played a high line against Salah and Mane. And that was a Liverpool team that was struggling. They were struggling. I'm not sure who's in charge of that team now. Is it Jesse March? Is it? Jesse March, is it?
Of who?
RB Leipzig team, because obviously Nagelsmann's gone to Bayern.
Oh no, yeah, Jesse, yeah.
Yeah, so he's come up from Salzburg, I think. So
good manager.
They're a very good team, but the problem is I don't feel like they adapt their tactics to suit the opposition, especially English teams. They played that high line against Liverpool and got their arse absolutely chewed out from underneath them.
They had a great game on the weekend, though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but that's their league, isn't it? I think I'm pretty sure they can handle their league. But I'm saying when it comes to playing against English sides, I know they dealt with Man United, but I don't know about that. Oddy tax, isn't it? But I expect Man City. We talk about Man City as a team that create a high volume of chances against teams, and then you give them a Bundesliga team that play a high line and expansive football. I mean, it's literally on a plate for Man City, surely, to do damage. The teams that Man City struggle against are the teams that are able to hit them on the break and maybe, in transition cause them some problems. But a team that's going to play wide open attacking football like that, I just think Man City will be able to deal with it. PSG...
It's also a transition season for the club, as in they have new signings that they have some players that have come back. Dominic Sabolitsa, if I'm butchering. Yeah, he was out. Yeah, he's meant to be amazing. He was out pretty much the whole of last season, so he's coming back in. So they're still figuring things out.
Didn't they bring in Andre Silva as well?
They did as well, and then
Alexander
from Frankfurt. Yeah, he went on loan as well. Yeah, so
there's a lot of things from Frankfurt. Yeah. Was Saj crying that Jorginho deservingly won the UEFA Men's Player of the Year?
Okay, pause. Because this title that you named this episode is bullshit. Yeah, the pinnacle. Since when do we give the champion?
First of all, that was a rough title. I'm not sure if I'm sticking with it.
This ain't the Ballon d'Or. Sabo League guy. I'm thinking this ain't the Ballon d'Or. Let's calm down. No,
Saj on Twitter actually praised Jorginho. I think it was Tuchel that he had a problem with.
Yeah.
The bald fraud didn't deserve it, bro. What are you talking about?
What is with this? What is with this hair judgment? Like, leave the man, bruv. Like, the man lost his hair at an early age. Leave him alone. Like,
they've already started. Look at that picture. They've already started. That is a problem for Man United fans. I'm telling you.
What, Cristiano Ronaldo, the next Man City legend, along Robbie Fowler, Peter Schmeichel, Frank Lampard. The list goes on.
Shut up.
You know Man City, yeah. Next thing you're gonna say, Hargreaves. Man City are that team that get an old player for 1 or 2 years, and then all of a sudden they're a Man City legend. Patrick Vieira, Man City. Man City.
Well, speaking of legends leaving, Pep has announced his final date, hasn't he? 2 years time, 2023, is it?
I don't mean that, bro.
You say that, but you must be shitting yourself if he actually does mean it, because what is life after Pep for you guys?
Again, as they say, no one person is bigger than the club. The man has given us culture. He's given us tactics. He has given us wisdom. And we appreciate you, sir, for everything you do. And more than likely, when we win back-to-back Champions League this season and next season, along with those Premier Leagues, he'll probably re-sign for another 5 years. So
you're not even winning. Go back-to-back what?
He's just gone from his eyes flickering towards the back of his head about RB Leipzig, and now he's telling us he's going to win Champions League.
I'm telling you. Listen to me.
He broke Pep.
Listen to me. If we sign Haaland or Ronaldo, the man's staying.
Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I'm pretty sure he's announced that, knowing that you're probably going to sign a striker, and he's still. I don't feel like that's part of his decision. I feel like
this could be
because being backed is not a problem for Pep. I think Pep's been at a club for so long now, and he's not used to being at a club this long, and he probably is thinking, okay, maybe I need a little break. I think that's what he wants, a break.
What did he have in Barcelona? He had how many seasons? Is it 3 or 4?
I think it was.
I'll check that.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. Bayern Munich, it was only 2, wasn't it?
It was 3 in Bayern.
3 at Bayern, okay. Didn't win a Champions League at Bayern.
This is his longest spell at City.
But it does put him under pressure to win that Champions League. But at the same time, like
you did 4 at Bayern.
4 at Bayern.
At Bayern.
Or at Bayern. At Barca.
So Barca, sorry. 2000.
4 at Barca, yeah. So 4 at Barca. 2012. Yeah. 4 at Barca, 3 at Bayern. How many seasons has he done at City now?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5 years.
No, he didn't do 4. He did 3 seasons. 3 seasons at Barca.
No, it's saying 2008 to 2012.
How many seasons is that though? 2008, 2009, 2009, 2010.
2011.
2012.
Yeah, so 3 seasons. Not
right.
Seasons. Is it 4 seasons or?
I'd say 4, isn't it? Yeah. 4, right?
I don't know. You're the one googling it.
The chat is giving, like, some people are saying.
How are you asking me? You got Google right in front of you, man. Still asking me for. Some people are saying it's 4. But yeah, I mean, someone just said Arteta will replace Pep. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. At Barca, he did 4 at 3 at Bayern, and then he's done 5 at City, is it? So yeah, I mean that's a long stint, to be fair. Like, I know you never want him to leave, and he's like the messiah to you guys, but at the same time, he's been there for quite some time now. It's probably good to let the man rest. Do you know what I mean? And take a little break.
There's work to do. We need that.
There's work to do. Damn straight. You ain't won the Champions League yet. That's a big part.
We need the quadruple Champions League before you cut.
The quadruple Champions League. Jesus.
You need to do that Real Madrid.
You're not doing nothing.
Again, big man. Make out the group stages and we're talking.
Why do you talk to us like we're your younger? Why do you talk to us like we're your younger? You're the younger here.
No. You can't be the kings of Europe if you can't even be the kings of your own league. Makes no sense.
But the kings of Europe, bro.
Makes no sense. You're the de facto kings of Europe.
So can you be the kings of England if you didn't win the FA Cup this season?
Different cup. The main cup we're talking about. What are you talking about? Sidemen Cup.
You didn't win everything in England. So how can you be the kings of England? How do you dominate?
We won the main thing.
Okay, but you didn't win everything.
You don't need to win everything.
Well, you do.
How? Mate,
because
you're waffling, bro. Like, come on now,
I'm using your own stupid logic against you.
Explain. Go on.
I'm just using your. I don't agree with what I'm saying. I'm just saying your logic is dumb.
I'm just saying you say you're the kings of Europe. But you're not
because we won the European competition.
Okay, cool.
We've surpassed our own country.
You can't though.
We can.
Okay.
Literally, we're international. But we're not doing this argument again. There's too much shit to talk about.
You're
get into another
international.
petty argument with you because you can't face the facts.
No. You're international. Like,
what you need to do is stop going into denial and start accepting what's happening.
I'm here, bro.
You're clearly not here with us. You're clearly still back.
No, do you know why? Because you man are talking about Premier.
Every single time I talk to you on one of these streams or one of these videos, you bring up the Champions League final. I have never seen a grown man so affected by something in my life. You are seriously mentally fatigued from this day. That is the Champions League final. You remember when Man City fans sometimes they try to downplay the Champions League because they've never won it. So they say, "Oh, the league." And as soon as they get that little taste of a little something of a Champions League final, extra special moment. Ever since then, I've just seen nothing but crying and nothing but tears.
You're not crying from me again, Matisse.
You're crying a lot.
If your team is really as good as it is, run it back.
Yeah, but why are you talking about my team? Focus on your team.
Don't worry, all right, forget it. Because we'll be here all day. And the people don't want to see this. We will literally do this all day. So I'm gonna run through the Champions Leagues, all the groups, and we'll give our opinion real quick. Yeah,
go for the first group. We'll do one group at a time.
Okay, so Man City, of course, we just spoke about Man City, PSG, Leipzig, Club Bruges, which is a good team. Group B, Atletico, Liverpool, Porto.
Wait. Just end with Group A for a second. What was Group A?
City, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
RB Leipzig and Club Bruges. Group B, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Porto, and AC Milan. Any thoughts?
Atletico Madrid. I mean, Atletico Madrid did knock out Liverpool out of the knockout tie, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that wasn't the best Liverpool team possible, was it?
I can't remember exactly what Liverpool team was out there, to be honest.
Where do you think everyone's going to finish in that group?
They had a complete team when they played Atletico.
Yeah?
Everyone was there. It wasn't an injured team.
Oh, yeah.
And Morata dunked on them at Anfield, didn't it?
Yeah, he dunked on them.
Yeah.
So where do you think everyone's finishing in that group?
Liverpool should win the group.
Okay.
Yeah, you would expect Liverpool to make it out of that group. I think.
Oh, sorry, it was only Alisson that was missing, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
Adrian was in goal.
Adrian had a howler. Yes, there we go.
Who had a howler?
Adrian had a howler.
Adrian, you mean?
Adrian. Same. No one cares. Anyway, so who do you think is going to finish up second in that group?
No, I've got to go with Liverpool and Atletico to progress. Yeah, out of that one.
Monstar?
Oh, sorry. I'm not feeling. I'm kind of out of it. I'm not feeling good at all. What was you saying?
Who do you think is going to finish runners up? Atletico, Porto, or AC Milan?
It should be Atletico.
Okay, cool.
Should be.
All right, cool. Group C.
AC Milan's a good one because that's Istanbul remake, wasn't it, against Liverpool? So there's a bit of heritage there as well for that one. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Group C. Sporting Lisbon, Borussia Dortmund, Ajax, and Besiktas. Thoughts?
Sporting Lisbon, Ajax, and who was the other team?
Ajax, Dortmund.
Dortmund and Porto. Yeah,
I feel like Dortmund are going to run away with this one.
Yeah, you expect them to, wouldn't you? Because that is outside of Dortmund, that's a very close group. I'd say Dortmund top, and then I'd give the second place to maybe Lisbon. Oh, actually, I don't know what Ajax's team is looking like this season. And I'm actually still surprised to see Ten Hag there. Do you not think Ten Hag has kind of outdone himself at Ajax already now? Like, is it not time for him to move on? Because he just signed a new contract. As soon as Tottenham came knocking on the door, he signed a new contract. Out of fear.
Could go City. I mean, City are going to be looking for a manager. Can
we stop? No, let's not. Let's drop that narrative from now. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this.
And Pep Leeds are going to need a manager.
This brother doesn't want to face the truth, bro. Monstar, he doesn't.
We'll see.
Monstar, he doesn't want to live in reality. His manager, dead ass, just told him that he's going to be leaving in 2 years, and he still doesn't.
2 years is a long time, bro. Can we get there before?
It's not really 2 years, is it? It's just the end of next season.
It's a long time.
It's actually very close, isn't it?
That's a long time. Can we wait before we start? Do you know why? Yeah, do you know why? This
the Manchester City manager rumor mill begins.
Exactly. This is why I hate
Ten Hag. I reckon it could be Luis Enrique, but we'll see.
If we get rid of him, I would take Diego Simeone.
That's the complete opposite of what you've been doing for the last 5 years.
I said Diego Simeone.
That's so random to hear from you. It's like you're not even appreciating the football that you've been playing.
Well, no, if we're gonna lose one man of culture, we need another man of culture.
Yeah, but the complete opposite ideology.
Again, new ideologies happen all the time. Get with the program. Group D, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Sheriff Trabzonspor.
I'm gonna give Shakhtar to come second and Real Madrid to top that. I think Inter Milan are gonna be shit in the Champions League.
I'll still stick with Inter and Real. I watched Shakhtar yesterday. They were terrible.
Oh, the Monaco game to Tchouaméni. Yeah. How was Tchouaméni in that game?
They won it, but they were bad, man.
But they score a lot of goals. It's just they can't defend, isn't it?
Wait, who you got, Monster, in terms of 1 and 2? There, you got Real Madrid coming first, or?
Real Madrid first. They're getting Mbappe. Take first. Second, I'll give it to Inter.
Oh, you think Mbappe definitely happening, or will we leave transfers for later?
No, I was about to just.
I've always said Mbappe was going to Real Madrid. Always. I've reiterated it. It makes absolute sense because he's going for free next season. You'll be stupid not to sell him this season.
And apparently make a little profit as well, because they were saying on Sky Sports that they haven't paid the full fee to Monaco yet. I think they paid 140 million pounds, not the full fee that it was meant to be, because there's still some installments still waiting. So they could actually sell them for a little profit, which is the best situation you could possibly hope for at a time like this at this point.
What does the price?
He's got. If it doesn't even matter how much you've just got to sell him to make money. It just makes no sense to. Like, I always thought he was going, because are you really going to just let him stay and then let him go for free next season after you bought him for
so much money?
What is he, the second most expensive player of all time?
Yeah,
after Neymar, and you're going to let him go for free?
What's the price tag though? What are we looking at?
They're
for
saying
PSG,
Real Madrid have bid about 170.
Yeah,
so they've upped their next.
That's a very good bid. And do you know what? I don't know with Real Madrid, because a couple of months ago their president was saying that they're strapped for cash and they need the Super League and all this stuff. And now suddenly they're willing to shell out 170 million euros for a player with a 1 year left on his contract. They could literally start a pre-contract negotiation in 6 months, less than 6 months.
I said it from time. Like, listen, when the news comes out that Mbappe is somewhat available, they'll find that money. They'll find the money.
I just find it absurd, to be honest. I think it's crazy
because they ain't really made that many signs.
Who, Real Madrid? Yeah, because they were meant to be broke.
Yeah,
that's what.
But the whole time, what people don't realize is the whole time they've been literally offloading players. Go and look at Real Madrid's transfers this season. Go look at what they've been doing. They've literally been offloading a lot of players to bring in what's his name,
Mbappe.
Because
it was also said that they felt like as if they were just putting up a bid publicly just to make a scene. The only signing they've actually made is obviously Alaba on a free transfer.
But this is the thing, though. I thought, in my opinion, it's still stupid for them to.
They haven't really though. I'm on it now.
They've only sold.
The only two big departures are Martin Odegaard and Varane. Martin Odegaard for 31.5 mil. And Varane for 36
But they're reducing their wage bill as well.
Ramos left.
A lot of people have gone on loan. Diaz has gone on loan. Kubo gone on loan. Apparently, they got rid of Ramos. So that's a big one. And apparently, Jovic is going to go on loan again.
Odriozola as well.
Oh, okay.
They've gotten rid of quite a few players, man. Look at their outgoings.
Yeah,
but they've
been making space for Mbappe, man.
But they've got players that are just not going to play. Asensio still there.
Isco's probably still there, isn't he?
It's
blood clot. How is that guy still sitting there? Even Gareth Bale, you have to question what kind of Gareth Bale version you're getting this season. So I think Real Madrid are very much in transition.
Next season, a lot of them not out of contract next season as well.
I'm not sure.
Gareth Bale's out of contract next season.
Even the dude from Arsenal that was on loan, he's still there as well.
Gareth Bale's contract expires in 2022. Yeah.
What about Modric, Cruz? What's their contracts looking like?
Their contracts must be low now.
Must be. I can't imagine.
I couldn't say more than 2 years left on those.
Next year they could easily get, if Pogba stays, they can easily get Pogba and Camavinga for free.
True. True. That is a good point. Maybe, yeah. Modric contract expires at the end of next season. Toni Kroos contract expires in 2023. So yeah,
long left.
Yeah, Hazard. When does this contract expire?
I would have told, if I was Real Madrid, I would have told Mbappe to wait, hold out for 1 season. We'll do without you.
We'll
sign you for free next season. That
yeah,
makes sense. To me, signing him now for 175 mil, it doesn't really make sense. I think that's a stupid move.
Yeah, I think it's a bit strange. But yeah, I expect Real Madrid obviously to get through that. What's the next group, Serge? We'll go into more transfers later.
Group E, we have Bayern Munich, we have Barcelona, we have Benfica, and we have Dynamo Kiev.
Bayern and Barca, easy.
Yeah,
it's an interesting one. This Barca team
are so poor. Benfica could give them a.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not that poor because I actually watched them. They actually look quite decent.
Yeah,
I'm going to need a larger sample size. Before I start giving Barcelona compliments, I'm going to need a.
They don't look like a world beater. They don't look like a world beater, but they look like a decent team.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't had the chance to see them play.
I mean, what was the lineup, Monstar, up front? Because obviously no Messi. So what kind of way are Barcelona looking to play now with their front three? Is it Griezmann, Depay, and who else is there? Fatty's obviously injured. Aguero did Aguero start?
So give me a second.
No, Aguero's injured.
Oh yeah, of course. I think Bayern are going to run amok.
They shagged.
Yeah, Bayern should be whooping them. But I think they're good enough to win the group, to go through the group.
Someone said Bayern 8, Barca 0. Do you remember? Was it the 8? Was it the 6-2 game? Was it 6-2?
No, they beat them 8-something.
Okay,
was it
8-2.
Bloody hell. It was 8. On the weekend,
how does a team lose 8-2 to not bloody hell?
On the weekend, they played Memphis Depay up front, a striker. Griezmann was on the right, and Braithwaite was on the left.
Dembele got the number 10 shirt, didn't he? Got a promotion. Braithwaite scored a couple goals. I heard earlier this season as well.
He did.
I don't know if it was that game, but I know he scored a couple goals because he tweeted about it. It's going to be interesting to see Barcelona. I personally actually wanted Barcelona in our group just so we could drag the shit out of them. I was really looking forward to a proper game there.
Do you know what something dope for Barca is? This is an opportunity for the young players to stake their claim to next up to the front.
Who like Pedri, Fatty,
I'm talking
those guys?
Pedri, I'm talking Fatty, I'm talking Richie Pug if he gets some playing time. There's players there. I mean, Dembele if he could stay fit.
They should have retired the 10, I think. But it is what it is.
Retiring numbers in football, man.
Did they not retire 26 at Chelsea? Because I've never seen anyone wear it. Not officially.
No numbers officially retired in Chelsea.
Because I don't see anybody picking up that shirt.
But they're not retired.
Yeah.
Should they? You know what? I'm not going to spark this debate because he'll go left.
Well, what do you mean? We'll go on sweet.
Do you really want me to? I was going to say, will Chelsea really retire that number after what John Terry did to Anton Ferdinand?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Chelsea are thinking about it. I really don't.
I think Chelsea are.
Do you think so?
You know, I think when I look at it, I don't think he'll get. You know how people are talking about him managing Chelsea?
I don't want to see that happen anyway.
But I don't think they will allow him to manage Chelsea after that situation.
But I regardless, I wouldn't even want him in charge anyway. After what we saw with the Lampard situation, I just don't want to see a legend in charge of this club again. I'm good. I'm so good. Like, it just brings far too much. Like, it just brings too much emotions that it's just the conversation can never be anywhere near objective anymore. It just becomes
in general though. I don't see him managing in the Prem. I don't think he'll allow to. No,
because
he's left.
Every time he tries, they're gonna bring that up. That's why if you saw recently, he tried to clean up his image, and then Anton Ferdinand came out and said, "You lied. You didn't apologize to me. When I tried to reach out to you, you ignored me and didn't want to talk to me. Blah 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 blah." Innit? So I don't see him managing in what do you call it? Well, check what Chelsea Fans TV said.
I can confirm from the fans forum, Terry wouldn't be allowed to be that involved at Chelsea. Monstar is right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, Yeah.
Told you.
I'm not gonna comment. Okay, so next up.
I know how it is, bro.
Yeah.
I know how it is. I
because
already know how. If you know the world today, as soon as he was to get a massive job like that, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's gonna be brought up. It's gonna be bad PR because we all saw him say what he said. Like we saw it. Do you know what I mean? It's not. People would say it's not even alleged. We actually saw it. So if he was to get a job or anything or blah blah, that's gonna come up, and they're gonna have to fire him, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Plus, if anything could go on later on in life, and there's a player of like certain skin colors, and they don't feel comfortable, and they want to make bad PR for the club, the manager's making me nervous. And now, bam, we just dread it all back up, and now you know, because you know how players do that sometimes, innit? They want to move away, don't want to managers taking the piss, and they'll do it.
It's too much of a club headache.
That's why I can't. I'm sorry for bringing it up, but that's why I can't see him managing at Chelsea. No way.
Fair enough. All right, Group F: Villarreal, Manchester United, Atalanta, and Young Boys. That's a good group. It's a good group.
I'm excited to see Atalanta.
United don't win that group, yeah, I'm gonna be running my agendas.
We giving no respect to Villarreal?
No, we should, and I think Man United are in a big dangerous situation here with Oli because they're favourites for the group. They're expected to come out of that group, but at the same time, Villarreal are no mugs whatsoever, as they've already shown us when we played them in the game Super Cup final. It took us all the way to penalties. Emery knows Europe. And obviously, Man United already know what time it is when it comes to Villarreal, obviously, in the final of the Europa League. And who else is in that group? You say Atalanta.
And
that is a problem. That is a problem. Right? Listen, Atalanta play 10 times better football than a lot of teams in this competition. Do you know what I mean? Like they're a problem. So they're gonna cause opportunity. They're gonna create chances, man, and they can, you know, they're gonna score goals. So I think that's a problem.
Like you got to be in your P's and Q's with Atlanta.
They're gonna cuss you in the chat, Saj, if your light keeps flickering anymore like that.
Sorry. I'm looking another tab to.
You look like you're in some sort of cupboard, bro. They're saying like you're being locked away.
The comment thing again, please.
Yeah, bro. He's under the stairs, guys. We don't even have stairs. Oh god, he's in the basement. He's in the basement, boys. That's
pretty bad boy. Okay.
What's the next group?
Okay, so next up we have this is a very interesting group because all of these teams are quite even. We have Lille, Seville, we have Salzburg, and we have Wolfsburg.
That was the group I was saying that you cannot call.
That's a balanced group. Anyway.
I like the fact that a group like that has happened because now it gives one of these teams an opportunity to go far in the competition. They could definitely aim for a quarterfinals, any of them, if they get their act together. I can't predict that group at all. What about you, Monstar? I can't predict that.
Yeah, I can't. I don't watch those teams enough to know how good they are. I can't.
I watch most of these teams. Salzburg.
Stop the cap, bro. You don't watch them.
Nah, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, he does.
Lille won the league.
Do you know what? Yeah, Saj will watch Lille versus Strasbourg before he watches Manchester United versus Liverpool. That's the kind of guy Saj is. It's weird.
I do. I actually do really enjoy it.
Like, I'll be watching one of the big Premier League games, and it'll be like, I'm not watching that. I'm watching some sort of French mid-table team clash. I don't know why he's got a fetish for these games, but it is what it is. Go on, Saj.
I mean, yeah. I think Seville will top the group. Who finishes second is anyone's guess because
Lille have lost some players though.
I mean, they got raided, low-key, but they still got some players.
Davinson Sanchez got a horrible injury as well.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, the midfielder. When did that happen? Was that in the? Was that wasn't a Euros thing, was it? It was after.
No, he played in the Euros.
Yeah, he didn't get injured in any of those games, did he? No.
I hope not.
They're saying you're a football hipster.
Wolfsburg, they were banging in goals last season. So I don't know who's going to finish. Salzburg again, a lot of young players, and you know they might have another little Hazard thing. Sorry, Haaland thing where someone steps up and tries to slap. Obviously not as good as Haaland. Obviously, I'm not. Like, no one's going to score as many goals as him. But like, do a little thing. I can't call it. I don't know.
They were saying Monstar. You said Davinson Sanchez, not
Ronaldo. Sorry, Ronaldo.
Imagine Davinson Sanchez. That brother.
I'm out, bro. When I mean I'm out of it, I'm out of it, bro.
Fair enough, bro.
If that brother was in midfield, that would be a problem. I'm not gonna lie, Davinson Sanchez.
And lastly, of course, we have Chelsea, Juve, we have Zenit St. Petersburg, and we have Malmo.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about that.
Pretty self-explanatory.
We expect to get out of that one. Let's move on to the awards, because obviously before we get to the transfer news, there was a lovely award ceremony today. Me and Monstar doing our propaganda on the TL as per usual, living life. Obviously, Mendy picks up goalkeeper. I don't think that's a debate. Most clean sheets dominated. Saj is making some movements with his cheeks. I don't know what's going on there.
I think, bro,
Diaz is a defender. Now, I think this is where a conversation needs to be had between three very, very established black men. We need to have this conversation, okay? What kind of robbery was that, Saj?
Robbery. I think you're forgetting he's the FWA Association's Player of the Year. Don't get it twisted.
I should never have voted for him, you know.
You know what I would say, yeah? What I would say about Diaz is that before the final, you would have probably said he's the best defender in the Champions League, innit? We have to be honest. He was absolutely killing it.
He was
against PSG and everyone. But then in the final, he just got exposed.
Rudy.
Rudy deserved it.
Bro, Rudy was brilliant the whole competition.
You know, you can't
break. Listen, to me, it's like you don't break. You're not the best, defense in the Champions League history. That's what we created history. The best defense in Champions League history, and not have one of those defenders as the defensive player of the year. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry.
It was bruv. I'm just saying, you can't give roadman awards. This ain't the Mobos. Come on now. Respectfully.
Come on, G.
Don't hate, bro. You got almost all the other awards. Why are you complaining about this one?
I'm just saying, I think the reason why you didn't want Rudiger to get it is because of what happened to Kevin De Bruyne. Ever since then, you haven't really taken a shine to Antonio Rudiger, have you?
Bruv, I'm just saying, whilst Mendy's getting arrested, Rudiger needs to get arrested as well, because what he did was assault.
Listen, let's not talk about that. Yeah, I think the last thing you want to do as a Man City fan is bring up one of them incidents for your player, because that is a madness. Yeah, so we're not going to talk about that.
What are they? Are they only doing that at Man City? Because Adam Johnson, I'm sure he played for Man City too.
Listen, right? like I said, I don't think this is a conversation Saj wants to have. So we should leave that.
Guilty,
yeah, we'll leave that conversation. I don't know.
Proven guilty.
I'm not sure why you brought that up, Saj. It's like almost you got no big Steven here as well. I don't know why you're out here doing these reckless things.
Hey, but I can say things happened allegedly. Can I not?
I don't think we should talk about that while it's still under investigation. So we'll move on.
Onto the midfield.
Kante, that's fair.
Fair.
You think
there was a lot of people
over Jorginho?
Yeah, in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people on Twitter was confused and didn't understand what that award meant and why Jorginho potentially wouldn't get that, but would get the men's player of the year, because that one was for the Champions League. And the one Jorginho won was the UEFA Men's Player of the Year, which is not just Champions League, it's the Euros.
All UEFA competitions.
Yeah, exactly. All UEFA competitions. So there was a big confusion about that on Twitter from a few people. But I think Kante deserves it. Did he not get 4 man the matches in a row?
Who, Kante?
Yeah, was it not one quarter final, both the semis and the final?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yeah, so he definitely deserves that. Yeah, he got 4, because it was the home game against Real Madrid. The away game, I think, as well.
I don't really rate these Champions League awards like that, man. This ain't the Ballon d'Or. Let's wait until then.
Oh God, you salty individual.
I'm sorry. I'm happy now. I'm not real now. Those two in midfield are both class. Jorginho and Kante, and deservedly that he won. I didn't really. When I saw Kevin, I was like, I don't know how he's there. I'll be real with you.
How is Kevin in there? Seriously.
Yeah, I've no idea. But I was like, I'm happy to see. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there was a little bit of propaganda right there,
And I guess the striker just goes to show that both these teams that got to the final didn't really have a top striker because
were you shocked by Haaland?
It was definitely Haaland.
Yeah. Were you shocked or were you
no?
Not really. He got the most goals, didn't he? So yeah, he got the most goals. So it wasn't really surprising. I think it just goes to show, without disrespecting Haaland, he went out in the quarterfinals. So I think it just goes to show how many lack of top strikers there were in our team, your team. And
obviously, we didn't have a striker at all. But I want to bring up this interesting debate based on what Haaland winning the top striker in the Champions League this year. Who's ahead right now, Mbappe or Haaland?
I would say as of recent, it's definitely Haaland.
Because
not recent, that's easy.
Just overall. Well, Mbappe's on. Luckily,
it's a recent thing, isn't it? Like,
because Mbappe's won titles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's won World Cup and everything.
But Haaland's winning like individual awards. So like, are we still rocking? Who are we rocking with?
I'm still gonna say Mbappe's ahead. I just think when you do what he did in the World Cup, man, it's very difficult to eclipse that until someone's actually done.
Haaland's never doing that.
Yeah, he's never doing that.
He ain't got a team.
He hasn't got a team to do it. Yeah. I think he's unfortunate that he doesn't have a country where he can do that kind of thing.
He ain't got the facilities for that, big man. You know?
It's facts. He doesn't have the facilities for it. So, I mean, on recent form, it's got to be Erling Haaland. Like, it's not even close. I mean, Erling Haaland is statistically already in the Bundesliga, is just going to run a train through there. But Mbappe, I think, overall, I'd still say, because remember, Mbappe still did madness at the Camp Nou last year. He had a great game. He had some really standout Champions League performances. And then I think the second leg against Man City, he was injured. So he didn't get to play in that game. So you guys didn't really get to face him.
The Haaland and Mbappe slander the chat's a bit wild. People are saying Mbappe's World Cup reign was tainted and France didn't really need him. People are saying Haaland could play for England, so he chooses not to. Damn.
Yeah, he did play for England. What's England gonna do, bro?
It's time to have conversations about Harry Kane's position, you know what I mean?
Imagine if he did choose England, who would start in the England team? Harry Kane or
Harry's gone, bro.
Harry's gone.
I don't think so. Nah. I don't think the English probably never.
I feel like Kane still does a little more than Haaland, innit?
In general play, yeah.
General play, yeah.
You'd have to find a way to get them both in, though, wouldn't you? I think maybe Harry Kane as like a cam. I don't know.
With all those wingers and midfielders, no way.
Huh?
That would be stupid. He can't be a cam. Can't be a cam.
You'd have to force him though, surely, or go back to the 4-4-2 days.
Yeah, they would have to find a way to. Because
I think that could be a good partnership. Because Harry Kane drops deep, Erling Haaland likes to run in between the lines. We know Harry Kane can find a pass. I just think the formation would have to change. You probably have to go to a 4-4-2. Maybe get like a Sancho at right mid, left mid, maybe a Saka to really balance it out. I don't know. Players like Grealish would be a bit too attacking. You'd have to really balance out like a Saka at left mid or something. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
What are we doing? Are we doing the two defensive midfielder thing like we saw in the Euros?
Nah, I would want Bellingham in there, and maybe someone else next to him to hold. But you need Bellingham.
Rice out.
If he's going to play how he did for England, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. For England, he wasn't very good. I think if he's going to play how he plays for West Ham, then, I didn't really like him in England.
He was decent for England, man. I don't think he was that bad.
I thought Phillips was a bit better. But I would say if he plays the way he plays at West Ham, then it's a different conversation.
Better on the ball. Rice is more just break up.
Rice is good on the ball, though. That's the thing. Rice is good on the ball. It's just I think he's in a different type of way. Like he's not Jorginho, but he's a different type of guy.
He's definitely not Jorginho.
No, he can switch play though. He can switch play with both feet. Like he is good on the ball. In he can carry it as well. I just think for England, I just think he was poor. I think.
But do you think he does it for West Ham?
Oh, he definitely does it for West Ham. He had an incredible game the last time he played. I think West Ham fans always wax lyricals about Declan Rice. That's why they're so desperate to keep him. I just think the amount of people in the chat saying pause. Oh god. Pause. But yeah, moving on because the chat don't want to hear about Rice. We've gone off on a tangent there. So we've done the awards. What was your issue? What was your issue with Tuchel winning manager of the?
Very simple, my guy. Simple. This is this is an award, manager of the Champions League, all encompassing from the beginning to the end. I just don't feel that you can come in halfway and get and all of a sudden poof get acknowledgement. Doesn't make sense to me. Oluwazide, happy birthday to you. And yeah, what do you man think? Happy birthday. I I think it should have been Pep. I don't feel like it's
Monstar. I'm gonna let you take that, Monstar.
I think it's kind of bullshit, but okay, cool. Because I'm just saying, if that's let me finish. If that's the case, I'm just saying we need to send Lampard some roses. We need to send him a Champions League winner's medal, and we need to send him. We need to send him his P45 again because.
Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna go send AVB a little something. 2012, innit?
Yeah.
Because when AVB said in 2012 that he deserves some credit for that Champions League win, everyone said no, you don't. So I'm not giving anyone else credit for this one. It's all on Thomas Tuchel. I'm sorry. I know people are gonna say, "Oh yeah, this and that." I'm sorry. Unless you want to admit AVB deserves credit for that one, then I'll say, yeah, have some consistency. But
no, I'll give AVB.
But Pep literally cost you in the final with his decision. So how can you give someone?
No, he doesn't. He didn't. No, Matisse. Look, we're not running that.
We're not running that. Sorry, we're not running that.
We are running that.
We're not running that.
We're running tactical tiki-taka.
He didn't cost anything.
You were gonna lose. You were gonna lose regardless. You're gonna lose regardless.
Who's gonna cost anything?
You were gonna lose regardless. But you were going to lose. You were going to lose regardless. But he certainly didn't help the situation by playing no DM.
Big man. Run it back. I think that's the motive for this year.
Listen, you've lost three times. You've lost three times in a row.
Run it back. Champions League, Premier League. I need Chelsea man them to put their dollars and bind their words.
Are you gonna win? Are you gonna win the Champions League this season?
Again, I don't know about that.
Okay, so then no. Cool. So if you don't want to put your dollars where your mouth is, I have. In fact, you owe us t-shirts. Why are we still doing bets with you? You owe me money. You owe me money anyway. You owe me money from another bet. You owe Monstar a top. You're Monstar merch. You're one of them guys. You're one of them guys that owe people bare money, and you just keep making more and more bets. Like you don't.
Do you know I don't rate neither of you. Don't push those narratives on here where they only see what they see on it. They don't see behind.
What else?
For the last 2 weeks, man has been give me your shirt sizes. What do you want me to guess your shirt sizes,
bro? I said large.
No, you didn't. I said put it in the chat. You didn't put it in the chat. You're a large. What are you?
I'm a small.
Okay, a large. Okay, people, you seen it here. Large and small. I will buy the shirts this week for next week's Oil Boys. Don't push them narratives because them men, because these men down here are gonna start thinking man's on a bullshit thing. Secondly, yes, I owe you money. We've got a bet, Matisse, that whoever goes further in the Champions League, £500. Don't forget that. Okay.
It was 100. Cool. Don't.
No. It was 5. No, it wasn't. No, it was 500. We have 100 for the FPL. Remember.
Okay, cool. You've already lost that because you're not even in the league. Basically,
don't worry about it. I got my team. I'm jumping in this week. It's a whole season, bro. Calm it down. So, Monster, you're a large.
And we've also got. Do you want to talk about the 1,000 one?
I'm not talking about that again. Keep it moving, bruv. Okay. People got conversations now. All right, next week I got you, man. Big Steve, hit me up.
And needs the large, bro.
I think the discount was last weekend. I think you missed it.
I don't know what you're doing in your spare time, Monster.
Yeah, man, we make big bets, but guys, the thing is I can't lose with these bets because he already owes me 1,000 from a stupid bet that he placed that literally took 2 seconds for me to win just because he got something wrong maths wise for goal difference in the league. I'm not going to explain it now. So he already owes me 1,000. So even if I lose the £500 bet, I'm still up at 500. And then the £100 bet, the fantasy thing, I think you're going to lose that anyway.
Okay,
cool. That's another one.
People, it's been said here. Now the shirt sizes have been told to me. If next week they're not wearing the shirts, there's an issue. Okay.
Right. Someone said such bank account finished.
Don't worry about that, big man. Don't worry about that.
Derek, appreciate the super chat. Glasses FC back in business. Pep is playing Kane at left wing back. Big up the chat. It looks getting Kane. He's not even getting Kane. Kane's staying, man. I mean, Saji, I know you've been flip-flopping on this striker topic quite a bit, but are you happy with Kane staying now? Did you want him? What was the actual?
There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on. We got.
He wanted Lukaku, bro. He ain't getting that.
Monstar. If you remember, he wanted Messi at the beginning.
I wanted Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, you didn't. You wanted Messi. No, you wanted Messi. You've never spoken about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo's the GOAT, fam. Let's not get that twisted. But what I will say is, okay, on a serious note, jokes aside, there's a lot going on in the striker world. In the next year. So Cristiano Ronaldo now. You got Haaland next summer. You've got the Kane situation where if he has a year off, that price tag gets cut in half. You have Lewandowski maybe planning to make one more move. He's sounding a bit bored out there and buying. There's a lot of moving pieces. I don't know. Maybe if Real Madrid can't afford Mbappe, maybe Man City slide in and drop whatever we need to drop on him. We were going to drop it on Kane, so why not? There's a lot of things going on. So
dreaming.
There's a lot of things going on. You can hate if you want, my boy. Again, we showed last weekend that we don't need a striker to score goals. So we'll be out
against Norwich. How do you show it against Tottenham, bro? How do you show it against Tottenham?
Man, them were resting, innit? You know. Do you know the baddest thing? Yeah, I ain't got no excuses for the Tottenham game. I was talking big smack in that game.
My God!
The fact that we lost that one, I gotta take that one on the chin, bro. No, I'm not from Ireland. Somebody's asking.
Bro.
I just got a friend from Ireland that gave me the hat.
Oh shit, man!
I get like the Tottenham one, bro. We did a Twitch for it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed that a lot. We should watch more Man City games on Twitch, 100%. So yeah, that game came and went. That was a problem, but yeah, I personally think you can get by without the striker. But on Ronaldo, does he even suit? Like, does he suit Man City's style, or does it not matter? Like, what are we saying for this? Because Ronaldo is a completely different player to what he was when he was last in the Prem. He's not that guy that's going to skip past 2-3 man, play on the left wing, cutting. Like, he's going to play up front. He's going to mainly be in the box. But you have been saying a lot that you only need someone in the box to score the goals and finish. You don't need anybody to do anything else because you create the chances around them, which I do agree with. So does that mean Ronaldo kind of fits that building?
Mostly, you want to go first or should I?
You go. It's a City team.
Okay, cool. I want Cristiano Ronaldo that plays for Portugal to if Man City sign him on a 2-year, that's what I want. I don't want man to run. I think if we get Ronaldo and Kevin De Bruyne and Grealish play together, it might help justify Grealish's transfer budget or transfer fee. Because if Grealish can just supply and Kevin De Bruyne can supply Ronaldo enough, all Ronaldo needs is an opportunity to score.
Yeah.
But you saw out there when he was at Juventus last season, he was having to do Jesus work. Go pick up the ball, move the ball, pass the ball, get the ball back, do flicks, do spins, curly. He was doing too much because he didn't have the players around him necessarily, or I wouldn't say that, but I would say he didn't have necessarily the starters or the cohesion of team to go out and do what he needed to do for Juventus. Where as Man City, this is why I got excited if we were going to get Harry Kane as well. We just need a person that can score goals. Yeah. You don't have to do anything else. We've got men that will do that for you. Just score goals. And 36-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo, I say he's got 2 years in the game left, maybe one. A lot of people are saying, yeah, all he has to do is do tap-ins. It will be a stat pad thing, and I'm pretty sure Matisse will hate it, but yeah.
No, I mean, look, Ronaldo's done too much in the game for me to be hating on Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's been, for me, the second best player in the world, just behind Messi. I know that's divisive and it's controversial.
All time or this recently?
I'm thinking to give him all time. Yeah, I don't see why not, because I think he's been incredible. You know, to have the versatility and the able to head the ball, go both ways with both feet, long distance, short distance goals, dribbling. Do you know what I mean? Him at Man United and the first few years at Real Madrid, he was absolutely incredible. I'd say those were his best years. The last season at Man United and the first few seasons at Real Madrid. But he's been incredible, period.
Let's quickly address this. Sterling ain't giving up number 7. Are you on crack?
Listen, again.
This is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Do you understand this is the guy that is the most followed guy on Instagram, above like Selena Gomez and shit. He'll get his number. The CR7 brand is not going to be CR77 because of Sterling.
Because of Sterling?
No,
I love Sterling. Don't piss me off. Bro, Sterling will give up that shirt. Here's the thing. I think
Sterling's probably gone. One of them's got to go.
Back to Liverpool, maybe someone said.
I don't know, man. I don't know who's going to be able to afford some of these players. So it's a bit, unless Man City take pay cuts on like transfer fees cuts to get them off the wage. But I don't know, because I thought Bernardo was gone and then he played on the weekend. So
how much? What's the most you're willing to pay for Ronaldo? Because his wages are going to be very high.
Well, they're saying Man City want to get him free, and they also want him to cut his wages.
Yeah, but Juve want 25 mil, so I don't know how that's going to work. Juve want 25. I want it for free, but
I think the best thing you could do with Ronaldo is try to pay as little as you can up front, and then give them the rest in performance based, just to be sure. Like give them a target of like 20 goals in the Prem or 25 goals in the Prem, and you'll get a certain amount, etc., etc.
I'm not even sure it works like that with Ronaldo, man, because he brings money.
No, not for him. I mean for like Juventus. This is Ronaldo. You're gonna have to pay him what you. Yeah, Ronaldo. You're gonna have to pay him what he wants. I don't think Ronaldo's cutting his wages too much for you lot. I really don't.
In his own right, he brings a lot of money to City as well.
A lot. Them Man City fans are gonna all get Ronaldo tops.
You know what Big Steve says, like where he's like, all right, cool, maybe a player will take a pay cut and then I don't know, the club will invest in like businesses and so on and so forth. So it's like that official way of getting your money up.
I have no doubt that your owners and Ronaldo can come to an agreement 100%. Like you man got money, so it's not going to be a problem. If that transfer goes through, people, that is going to break the internet. Like we keep saying that with like Sancho and like Lukaku and like, but that even Messi to PSG. But a lot of people didn't really even care about Messi going to PSG. They just cared about Messi leaving Barca. But him actually going to PSG was kind of like a little bit of like a whatever, because it's PSG in it and it's the French league and people wanted to see him in the Prem. Ronaldo back in the Prem in a Man City shirt, going to Old Trafford.
Tears for the rivals.
Oh my God.
Tears for the rivals.
Can you imagine?
I was watching some thing today where he's done. He's done. If he goes back and he goes to Man City, it's over. I can't fall in love with him anymore. Like he's always been the one. He's always been the one that we love. But you could go anywhere in the Premier League. But Man City, nah. I'm loving it.
The internet did break when Messi moved. 100% agree with you. But I think when Ronaldo moves, it's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger because you've got that extra element of the club that he's going to is pissing off a lot of people, and that's Man United fans. And Man United fans have a massive fan base. So
I'm not gonna lie though, I don't think that Manchester derby would be nuts, bro. I think it would be violent.
Yeah, potentially.
Nah.
Like, imagine Ronaldo scores at Old Trafford. That's
it would get
in a Man City shirt. Especially when you guys are like, you see, if this was a Man City team that was in like the top 4 race, like they used to be with like Robinho and Bellamy and their Tevez, them and Tottenham were like fighting around Benjani. Like it was a madness. Them times, like Man City and Tottenham with Crouch and Van der Vaart and shit were all fighting for 4th. But now the Man City are visibly and clearly way better than United at the moment. It's just an extra dagger to the heart. You know what I mean? After they did all their business, Champions League, Varane and Sancho. And they're all getting giddy, and then bang, Man City just drop Ronaldo on their head. It's like
I'm here for it.
This is worse than Tevez. People that are saying Tevez, this is not even half of what Tevez is. Not even half. I mean, Monstar, what do you think is going to run with that? Do you see violence?
Nah, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Because to me, it's not even that deep. Like Ronaldo's past this. I don't know why they get so angry in it. Like.
Is he past it though? He scored more goals last season.
At the same time, if you ask them, will they take him back at Man United? They're probably going to say no. So why can't
I don't like, nah, bro. That Manchester affinity for Cristiano Ronaldo is so strong. It's not even funny.
It is. But I'm just saying, like, I just think it's overblown. Let the man go see, man. Let's see him back in the Prem again, innit?
I don't get where this thing Ronaldo's washed. He's still top goal scorer. Messi's washed.
Yeah, he is, but he's not quite the same player again.
Okay, he doesn't have to be. But
I watched the Euros, although he was the highest goal scorer there, when I watched him, he looked like he lost a step.
Do you know the maddest thing, about Messi and Ronaldo that I think we're not really going to comprehend until these men are done? They are so good, that their average is better than some of the best players. Yeah, bruv, it's. When these men are gone, we are going to look back. I'm telling you, cuz they're still playing, it's not the same. We are going to look back like, Jesus Christ.
The numbers that they put in, I think if Erling Haaland and Mbappe wanted to reach Ronaldo's goal scoring numbers, they'd have to put in. Yeah, they have to put in like 42 or 45 goals every season until age 35 to match him. That is ridiculous.
Mbappe and Haaland, they're good. They're not that good. I can see Haaland doing,
and they're meant to be the prodigal children. They're meant to be the prodigal children. The next
Haaland's a goal scoring machine, so I can see him hitting 40, 50 goals, because he hit 40 goals last season, all competitions, innit? But
yeah.
So it's possible you could probably see him hitting 40.
But this is like you can't pick up an injury. Like, we're forgetting how durable these two have been. They don't pick up injuries.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they treat their bodies so well, bro.
Like Messi and Ronaldo just don't get injured that much, like at all. It's actually freakish what Ronaldo's been able to do with his body to stay at that level.
Messi's kind of slept on as well. Ronaldo, people always credit Ronaldo's body for always being up to
They're both
par.
durable players, bro. They're both
Messi's seriously the same as well.
Yeah.
So impressive, honestly. Oh, well, Monstar, we'll let you go, bro. I know you got work in the AM, bro.
Yeah. You look dead, my boy.
I gotta get up at 4 a.m.
Oh my God, Jesus! Where do you, what, bro? Why? What kind of in the world? Quit, bro.
No, was it 4 a.m.? No, sorry, not 4 a.m. I have to get up at 5 a.m.
Right.
Just quit, fam.
5 a.m.
Fam, that pay better be impressive, fam.
Bills gotta get paid, bro. Bills gotta get paid.
I'd rather just not pay the bill. I'm not gonna lie.
No, this is a one-off though, because I have to go in, innit? Normally I'm at yard, innit? But tomorrow I have to go in.
Oh, you work from home? Normally. Oh, that's blessed.
That's blessed.
But tomorrow I do have to go in.
Mad. Well, listen, bro. We'll let you go. And,
Peace out.
Big up,
my boy.
Big up.
You man have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'll probably be watching, innit?
In a bit, bro.
Bless.
in a bit. So yeah, that was Monstar. And now there was just two. I mean, we certainly got to talk about Saj before we go. There was some Chelsea transfer news, and they're asking for it in the chat. Do you know what I mean? Zouma going over to West Ham at last. It seems to be getting done. I think around 30 million euros, which is. I think it's under. I don't know where do you value Zouma in terms of like price point? Because I think that's not a lot. Like 25 million for Zouma. I think in this day and age, when Ben White's just gone for 50
how old is he?
He's 26.
That's a bit young.
Ben White went for 50. I think it's
that's potential, man.
But
how old is Ben White? 22?
Ben White's probably about 20, 22, 23, is he? Ben White, let me see. I'm not sure.
Chat. How old is Ben White?
Ben White is 23 years old.
Okay, yeah, but you're buying into potential. Like, also, the English tax every single day of the week.
I do feel like it should be slightly more, but I think it comes down because they know that we need to sell him or we want to sell him, so that's why they're getting him.
Yeah, but the thing is, as well, I don't know. I think 30 might be around where it should be because he wasn't one of your starters.
He's not, but he's very, very like comfortably very good Premier League centre back, and he's at a good age as well. Where you'd expect him to be coming into his prime in the next couple of years as well. He's been in the French squad. Let's not forget. He's played a lot of big games, Champions League pedigree. I think 25 million is disrespectful.
Yeah, I find his game kind of hit and miss slightly.
He has a few issues, like his concentration isn't great. I think sometimes he can have in saying that his concentration is not great. His concentration is not poor. It's just that he can sleep at times and then it will cost you. So his positioning as well, those are two areas where I would say is not great. And obviously playing out from the back as well for a modern day centre back, like it's kind of average as well. So, but in terms of like his strengths are ridiculously strong. Like, do you know what I mean? The recovery pace, the recovery tackling, the dominant aerial ability as well. There's a lot of strengths to Zouma that for me make sure that his price should be knocking around that. I'd say they should be paying 10 million.
People are taking the piss. Someone said in the chat, Zuma's quite error prone. He's the black Phil Jones. I don't know about all of that, but
that's just bullshit.
I feel like 25, 30 mils. Yeah, it's around where you should be. Yeah.
Nah, I think slightly more for me, but it is what it is. I'm just happy to see that deal is materializing because obviously Jules Koundé should be coming in. And by the way, Saj, for £42 million, my brother, is what it's being.
Yeah, allegedly. Let's see the final product now.
Because I remember
are you shipping off any players, or is that just 42 mil straight?
No, 42 mil straight, which is good considering his release clause. I think is 90 million euros now. It's gone up.
70?
It's gone up. Went up. Yeah, went up towards the end of the window. I don't know what kind of trigger went on there, but if we get him for 42 million, that would be. I mean, you watch a lot of European football. How do you rate Jules Koundé?
Jules Koundé, he's good. Short. He's good. He's good on the ball. He's kind of short though.
He's got a good leap on him, though. Very good leap. He's got a better leap on him than Azpilicueta, and they're going to be playing the same position.
I don't know. I do not know how well Azpilicueta can leap. I will say, still young, so he's kind of inexperienced, but hopefully Tuchel likes kind of players like that he can mold into his own image. Yeah. 42 mil. That's a good price if you can get him for that.
Yeah, because he was linked with Real Madrid, wasn't he, to replace Varane? I'm not sure what happened there.
Last year.
Would you have taken him? Would you have wanted him?
He was on the list. He was on the list of, when we needed a centre back last year.
I think because you play a back four, that height thing might have been a bit more of
an issue,
a concern. Yeah, I mean, he, like I said, he has got very good leap. People, you're going to see that when he comes. He's got very good leap. Like his aerial success rate in Spain is very good. I just think in the Premier League, you're going to have those different type of challenges with Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes from Burnley.
Why do people always go to like man like Stoke or man like Barnsley? Like
Burnley, because it has to be done. Bro, they do it to themselves. Listen, they don't come out here trying to play that type of football they know what time it is. Rory Delap doing them long throw-ins into the box. They already know what it is. They know exactly what it is.
Like people always use those phrases like a cold Tuesday in Stoke.
Cold. No, it's a cold Wednesday night, a rainy night in Stoke.
Why do you have man like?
Because it's difficult, bro. Because listen, let's not pretend. Rory Delap with them long throws. You know what I mean? Ryan Shawcross is a little bit of a mug. Who else was back there as well? They just had like four, just like proper, meaty defenders. Like 4 centre backs in the back four. Stoke used to play. Do you not remember when their back four was just 4 guys that were like 6'4", 6'5"? They're all centre backs.
That's how you get.
Tony Pulis used to do it on purpose.
Tony Pulis is a survivor of the league, aren't he?
They had Charlie Adam, I think, sticking people.
Charlie Adams, yeah.
He used to like take the wide free kicks and stick it on man's forehead. They had Kenwyne Jones up front. Do you remember Kenwyne Jones? Absolute massive striker. They had Peter Crouch at one point as well. So they take this tag on purpose. They know what they're doing.
Shawcross, if I'm correct.
Shawcross, yeah, that's why we mentioned him. I can't remember who the centre backs were with him. Let me know in the chat as well. Any more Stoke players that were back in the day? Stoke were just that lump it, slump it team.
Says lump it, slump it.
Oh my God, Jonathan Walters, fam! Don't even get me started. Do you remember him? You're wearing the hat, the Irish hat, Jonathan Walters. That brother was gritty. You don't remember. And do you know what? And then Glenn Johnson as well. There was a weird time where Stoke tried to do this thing where they tried to change their football. That's it. Phil Bardsley at right back as well. He was a beast. Robert Huth, perfect. Yeah. These guys are remembering.
Oh my God, Jonathan Walters. He was
but then Stoke under Mark Hughes, they tried to change their identity, if you guys remember, and they brought in Brojan from Barcelona, and they brought in is it Afai? What's the Dutch guy?
Afai?
I know. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They brought him in as well.
Afai, there we go.
Afai, sorry, yeah. They brought a couple of players from Barcelona, and they tried to change their game. And there was a season where Brojan was doing bits as well. If someone said Ricardo Fuller, oh my days, from Ricardo, yeah. See, Stephen Island, bro. It was a proper like British and Irish, like it was a British and Republic of Ireland team. Do you know what I mean? It was
Ricardo Fuller. Yo, these names I haven't heard.
Shaqiri was the only bit of flair they had. Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is when Shaqiri left Bayern.
Yeah.
Quite young when
Someone asking where Big Steve is. If you didn't get the update, I said it last week. Big Steve's not going to be on the show too much regularly this season because he's got a lot of extra commitments this season. As you can see, he's uploading on his own channel. And he's going to be. He started uploading with Saeed. They're making content for his channel as well. Obviously, Big Six is back to twice a week. And obviously, he's just out there in the scene a little bit more. He's on AFTV. He's on Don Robbie today. So, and he's obviously got a clothing line and he's got a family, so he just didn't have the time
to.
Not enough hours in the day. Yeah, there's not enough hours in the day. So, so it wasn't going to be able to run. And Arnautovic, that's another one. So yeah, we can keep going all day. But Stoke had a serious. So they get that tag for a reason. And I think who was the other team that we mentioned? Burnley. I mean, I don't even need to mention it. You know what it is with Burnley. You can see it. So yeah, it is what it is. But I think Koundé, in a back three, stepping forward into midfield, with Christensen next to him and Reece James or Aspilicueta or whoever it may. I think Koundé's gonna be brilliant in this system, so I'm looking forward to that. And Saúl Ñíguez is another one. Have I spoken to you about Saúl Ñíguez? I haven't, have I?
No, we spoke about it briefly. Seville have already brought in replacements for Koundé's departure.
Yes, they have. Yeah, and Atletico Madrid signed De Paul, isn't it, from Indonesia? Is it from the Argentinian midfielder?
Udinese, yes.
Udinese, sorry. So they've already signed Saúl Ñíguez's replacement. So, what do you make of Saúl Ñíguez? What's your take on him?
So we've already spoken about this.
Have we spoken?
We spoke about this. I can't remember. It was last week. We spoke about this. I've already given my take on Saúl Ñíguez. Good player.
Yeah, we did.
If you get him on loan, that's some madness. But I feel like you should sign up front.
Yeah, I think we did speak about it. Obviously, Tchouaméni played against Shakhtar, but again, I don't know.
This narrative that Chelsea can just come and sign Tchouaméni from Monaco is nuts. Monaco are not broke. That's the one thing they're not. Do you know why they're not broke? Because they sell their players like a mother effer. They sell their teams. They sell them in cycles like crops. They sell them once they sell them like weed. Once you let the crop grow and it's all ready to harvest, you just get rid of all of it in one go. Then you start again. That's what these men do. So Monaco are not broke. Tchouaméni, I didn't know until I started watching like some of the Champions League qualifiers that Monaco were in. He's a star, like a starter. Like,
of course he is. He's a key player.
No, but I didn't know he was that much of a key player. He's like a starter. So it's not going to be super.
He's one of their best players.
It's not going to be super easy to get him out of the club. So,
but they didn't make now that they didn't make Champions League, and the only reason why I bring him up is because obviously Saúl, I think Atletico Madrid want a obligation to buy, and Chelsea don't want that. So that could be a sticking point. I don't know if that means there's going to be an issue with the.
Put that one up by Dominic.
With the deal.
Dominic said Tchouaméni and Fabregas to come to Chelsea next season.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I did hear about that. For Cesc to join the coaching staff.
He's young though, man. He's young.
Yeah.
He's young,
my only fear with Tchouaméni and not getting him now is that if we don't get him now, there's gonna be a lot of teams after him next summer. So it's gonna be more difficult. You're gonna have more competition. Right now, there doesn't seem to be too much competition for him.
Is Tchouaméni in a race to move though? He's young.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, we can't really tell with these players.
There's no guarantee.
Now that they're not at Champions League football, maybe.
Yeah, but just you say maybe. That. But think of it from the player's perspective. Guaranteed starter at Monaco. Is that are you guaranteeing that he's going to start for Chelsea?
No, we're not guaranteeing it.
Again, though, you know, from the player's perspective, okay, cool. I'm gonna play in the Europa League. My team can really actually win that. Starter. What more can you ask for? Still learning on the job.
But I think because they're not in Champions League, I think they would be open to offers because that we can't underestimate what a knock that is not having Champions League football.
This is Monaco we're talking about. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Monaco haven't had Champions League football for a hot sec. So not really. Not really.
Yeah.
Like Monaco haven't been like going far in the Champions League, so not really. He's young. He's 21, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You can't buy stuff like that.
We'll see. I mean, I do think it will be Saúl because it seems like that is further along. I mean, that's the only one that's
more doable as well.
Yeah, it's the only one that's been public. But I don't want us to get involved in an obligation because we don't know how he's going to acclimatize to the league. We don't know how he's going to... Remember, Saúl Ñíguez, as talented as he is, he's only been at Atletico Madrid for all of his career. So he's only played under Diego Simeone. So
somebody asked a good question. If you do sign Tchouaméni, what does that make Billy Gilmore fifth choice?
He's out on loan. You deal with that next summer. Literally. I am in this season only. I'm present in this season. I'm not present in. I'm not thinking about next season. I'm thinking about this season. This season we need to have 4 midfielders so we can challenge. That's how I see it. Outside that, we'll deal with that later on. But yeah, done 90 minutes. There's going to be an option to buy. I don't know if 90 minutes are a source, so I don't think I'm gonna.
I'm just saying from how things sound in it, bro. It sounds better if Tchouaméni just stays where he is. You lot just can't give him the guarantees that he's going to need. You know.
Yeah, I think
Monaco had a very fire end to the season last season in the league win race. So if they can catch form, I'm not saying they're going to challenge PSG this season, but they could get close.
I don't think anybody's coming in. Yeah, no one's coming anywhere near. That's something that's not going to be happening.
I didn't think that last season, and look what happened. So
yeah, but then did you see the players they've added to that team?
Again,
Messi, Donnarumma, Hakimi, Wijnaldum. There is no title race in France this year. Don't try and pretend, because if you don't try and pretend like there is, please. There really isn't. Messi, come on,
indulge me
in that league. Come on, man.
Indulge me if you would. Indulge me.
Don't piss about, man. There's no title race in that league this year. No chance. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. But I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. We're gonna wrap up, people. It's been a long one. Obviously, All You Can Eat Chelsea is being moved to tomorrow as well, so you guys can rest assured that that's coming back to you. I put up a community post about the updates and what's happening on this channel over the next few days, so you should you'd be able to be all updated there if you check that out. And
big man, can you not give surprises? You have to feed them spoon.
No, because if I don't tell them what's going on, then they're not going to know what's going on. They're going to ask me questions. They're going to DM.
If you just popped up with Don Robbie, wouldn't that be more exciting?
No, because then if I just popped up, people will be saying, "Are we having a watch along? Are we not?" You got to tell the people. It's easier to tell the people what's going on than to have people DM what's going on.
No surprises with you.
You just don't understand. You just don't understand because you don't have to tell anybody. You just turn up. You don't have to tell anybody anything. These people are waiting. These people know what content they're waiting for. You got to tell them what's going on.
You're going to talk about waiting, big man. Lateness is greatness. It's just a ploy that you use to get away with the fact that you're always late. I was on time. I was the chat waiting for everyone, while this guy was just gallivanting around, living his life.
What time did you turn up to the Euros final stream?
Next question.
Oh my days, guys! Make sure you smash up the likes. Links is in description as well for all the channels. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for the All You Can Eat Chelsea. And obviously, if there's any sign-ins that take place, there'll be an emergency episode maybe as well. And obviously, like I said, Liverpool versus Chelsea on Saturday, late kickoff as well. Keep an eye on the Twitch because I've got a lot of guests planned for the next couple of days for August as well, before we go into September. So keep an eye on the Twitch. And I'm gonna do a Formula One watch along on Sunday. I'm going to watch the race on Twitch. So I'm looking forward to that because I haven't done any Formula One content. So I'm going to do it on Twitch instead to start off with until the season's over. And then when the new season comes, then I'll go maybe bring it over here. So yeah, that's about it, people. Saj, any final words, bro?
Please, higher powers and whoever is up there, Cristiano Ronaldo would be nice. And then Haaland in the summer. Thank you.